Hey everybody, it's time to swing with Still Swinging, and I'm your host, Thomas. And today, family, we got my girl Kendra G up. As always, family, you know I ain't seen much of this, maybe 15, 20 seconds of it. She on the same planet with us, family. She looking for herself a man. Let's see if we can help her out, gentlemen.
Ooh, you came in with the light. I like it. Ready with the light.
Hi, Kendra. Good
What's your name,
evening.
girl?
Denitris, but people call me Nietzsche.
Nietzsche. Okay, Nietzsche, where you calling us from?
South Florida.
South Florida. How old are you?
I am 41, soon to be 42 this month. I am a Capricorn. Shout out to all the Caps.
A
hmm
Capricorn. Do you want to give your actual date or want to just leave it at Capricorn?
Yeah, just stick with that.
Okay. Do you have any kids, Nietzsche?
No.
No kids. What do you do for a living?
Social work.
Social worker. All right. So this is Nietzsche in South Florida, 41, is a Capricorn, no kids, and is a social worker. What kind of man you looking for?
First thoughts, family, not a bad looking lady, 42 years old, single, bro, that's a bunch of red flags. Let me tell you why. Because that's not a bad looking lady. She could have got herself something, you know. And when you get 42 and single, it's not because you're the easiest person to get along with. And but look, I know I don't speak for all the brothers. So look, she might got some sense. Let's just hear her out, fellas.
Girl.
Child. Okay. The type of man I'm open to, because I don't really like to say looking for, because I want somebody that wants to pursue me, that takes interest in me. So I kind of say what I'm open to is a guy that's
Off the top, it gotta be a fairy tale.
supportive, that can communicate effectively. Don't need a bunch of referrals because I do enough of that at work. So I would prefer someone who has his life together, has his
Fair use, family. Fair use.
mindset together. Because a lot of guys like to say, "Oh, she crazy. Oh, she this," but these guys, my lord, they be needing referrals left and right. So somebody where I could go to work and come home and not have to.
So where do you get a okay? So where would you get a referral from? His last girlfriend?
No, I'm saying a guy that need a okay, because I'm a social worker. So if a guy come to me and got all these issues, it's like I have another client. So he need therapy. He need help getting his finances on track. He need information on how he can go get jobs. Like if I gotta work after work, I don't want that. I don't want a guy that needs referrals to better himself, needs community services to better himself. I need somebody that's already together, has his mental together.
Okay. Okay. Let's keep going. What else you want?
Um, I'm not attracted to like big men because I'm a plus size woman myself, but I don't want to date somebody that's plus size. I'm not attracted to it. So I don't
So
know.
girl, now I'm gonna give it to you.
Family, um, I don't know. I kind of expected this, because we know this is more the norm. The delusion and the childish. You can't get a you can't get escape these children. Now you see why she needed to be a fantasy and a fairy tale. Why she ain't looking for nobody. He just need to see her and know she needs some man who don't know her to come along and lie to himself. She dreaming. She too old to grow up. She don't want no big man with her big ass self. All right, which tell me why she's single. She looking for this hot ass guy to lie to himself and find her attractive, and and find her just extra alluring. All right, and it ain't gonna happen. All right, the cute fine guys that show up to holler at her always broke and on his knuckles. All right, and need her to help him out. All right, they the only kind of fine guys she get, and she think she about to come out here and tell us they the only kind of fine guys around. No, they the only kind of fine guys you're gonna be able to get. The kind of fine guys who need your paycheck. The kind of fine guys who need to live in your house. The kind of fine guys that's doing bad. All right, because women told you you can have whatever you want. They lied to you.
Because when guys want a pair that are plus size and say they don't want a plus size girl, I say to them, how are you going to not want something that you are? So you have the right to your preference, and that's fair. But I'm going to give you the same treatment I would give a guy, and I have said this to men. So you saying you don't want a plus size guy, but you're plus size yourself? Tell me why that makes sense.
Because I'm not attracted to it. So if they want a relationship where we're not going to be intimate, then okay, but I'm not attracted to it like at all.
So what do you?
That's funny, guys, because most men not attracted to plus size women, and she know that. She know most men not attracted to big girls. All right, this some nonsense.
Say to the men who are not attracted to plus size women?
That's fine, because I understand that, because I also don't want anybody that's not sexually attracted to me.
Listen, family, she gonna say that until she like you. Until she like you when you ain't attracted to plus size women. That's when it's gonna be a problem. See, she'll sit up here and cactus right now. But if she like you and you tell her she too big, you getting cussed out.
So it's fine. I feel like long as
that's fair.
If we both understand what we want, it's fine.
Listen, that's fine. I'm not going to challenge you, but I'm just going to ask this last question. If you're not attracted to plus size, and that's fair of you, are you trying to lose weight? Because if you're saying you essentially don't like big people, and you told me that you're plus size, so are you trying to lose weight yourself so you're not a part of the category of the people that you say you don't like?
I mean, sometimes I work out, sometimes I don't. I say
hell no, because our self-awareness is through the floor. And women told her she don't need to worry about what she bringing. All she need to worry about is what she want. All he need to worry about is what she want. He don't need to worry about her size. Her size shouldn't matter. Remember, fellas, nothing they got going on should matter. Only what you got going on should matter.
Plus size, what I'm saying is I don't like really big guys that have like big boobs and stuff like that. I'm gonna just say it. If I want titties in my face, I could be a lesbian. I don't like it. I'm just not attracted to it.
We're not gonna spend that much time on this. We're gonna
Bro, I could not come in here and say nothing like that. I absolutely could not come in here and say nothing like that about women. About a plus size woman. I could not say nothing like that. You see, this some stuff she'll say to a plus size man. But the minute a man say something about to her, oh, she gonna go get the committee.
We can keep it moving, and for all the women in the comments saying that's her preference, y'all don't say that when the men come up here. When the men come up here, and then when they're bigger, and I can play several videos of me saying,
bro, I already knew that, already know that. Because I know it's stuff that these women say all the time. That the minute I get up here and say something, bro, listen, bro, I try to be as nice as I can be. Bro, they be on my butt. Y'all brothers know that I try to be as polite as I can be. They don't care. They don't care.
the same exact thing to guys that say what you say. What are you looking for?
Loyal, honest, in shape, flexible.
Pause.
What?
Pause. You said in shape, Robert.
I mean, I like them. I like them tight. I like them kind of tight.
You said in shape, Robert.
What's wrong? You asked me my preference.
Okay? I did ask you your preference. Can you just move the phone back so we can see if you're in shape? Are you in shape, Robert?
No, I'm a little heavy, but I mean, we can get in shape together.
I'm 280. I am 280 at 6'1". 280 at 6'1". That isn't obese. That's big, but that isn't obese. At least I'm within the height weight index that says, hey, just maybe 20, 25 pounds. Go ahead and lose that. All right? Black women today, clinically, on average, more obese than they are just big.
So you think right now you're in a healthy shape? Back up so we can see you. So right now you're at a healthy size.
Oh yeah, definitely believe so.
All right. So you're how old? You're 6'1"?
Yes, ma'am.
And how much you weigh?
280, 280.
Okay. So according to the ideal weight chart, 6'1", you should weigh between 166 and 202 pounds.
See that? Look at that.
So you're 80 pounds over. You're about 78 pounds over the weight you should weigh. Now all of a sudden y'all want to switch it up because a lady's saying it. Now we're gonna keep the same energy at all times. So you can have your preference. But the next time a big man comes up here and says he don't want a big girl, I'm gonna let it rock because I'm seeing how the women today are supporting a woman that can say that, but y'all don't support it when a guy says that. So we're gonna keep it 1,000. I've been on every episode because I hosted it. And I know how the comments usually go down when it.
Listen, they all think that. They all think you should be nice to them while they being disrespectful. You feel me? Listen, they the same kind of women who think they should be able to treat you this way. All right, and think that if you ain't about to go for this, something wrong with you. All right, some chick who think I'm about to be nice to me while she being a B. And it ain't no goddamn way.
The guy says what you said. But if that's your preference, that's your preference. Okay.
Right. And I think, as long as people get honest about what they want, I think that's all that really matters and people shouldn't judge. So if a guy say, hey, I don't like plus women, then I know, hey, I don't need to waste my time with him. Like, it's simple for me.
Okay, keep going. So what else? What's some other things you don't want?
Smokers, I don't drink, I don't smoke. I'm kind of square with all that stuff. So, I mean, drinking is fine, but I don't want to date smokers because I don't want to smell it. So that's pretty.
Baby girl, you're not 42 years old and single because men care much about what you want. All right, you on the Kendra G show because these men you trying to get don't care nothing about what you want. All right, you need to find out what men want. That's what women never told you. They never told you you need to find out what men want. Because when you go find out what men want, you're gonna see you are not gonna be the overwhelming majority of men's top choice for a woman. You're 42. You've been plus size. No, I mean that's too many struggles, baby girl. But I can't tell you that, can I? I can't tell you that, can I? All right, because that sounds like I ain't being nice. I'm just being honest. You got too many struggles already, and you want way too much.
And liars, I can't deal with liars.
No smokers.
Mm-hmm. And no liars.
Okay. So, all right, Nietzsche, do you have, I think you told me what you desire, so let's keep it moving. What's the age range you want to date?
Honestly, like 35 to 55.
35 to 55. Okay. Could he have kids?
Yeah.
The guy can have kids? Okay. Did you just curious, did you ever want kids?
I did, and honestly, I just feel like
it didn't happen for her. Basically, she about to give us a story. It didn't happen for her. All right, and she ain't got no prospects of it happening. And some of them wise enough to know that men ain't looking for women in their 40s for a job.
Probably just missed the boat on that because I tried hard not to be somebody baby mama. So I just feel like now that I'm about to be 42, like I feel like I kind of just missed the boat on that, unfortunately. But I know I would have been a good mom.
Okay. No, you know, there's other ways for you to still be a mom. Don't give up on that dream if that's what you want to do.
It's hard. It's hard.
Don't feel defeated. There's so many different ways you can adopt. You can be with someone that already has children. There's different procedures. So, you know.
She know that ain't the same, Kendra. She know that ain't the same. She know why God put her here. All right. And she know what it is.
So 41. Yes, it does get more difficult when you get older. That is a reality. But I would, if I was you, I would exhaust all options if that's something that you desire.
Okay. All right. So that's why I kind of
I
have
can tell
that
that's
age because you know, maybe the younger guys might be willing to maybe have another kid if I find somebody, you know, to be with and we're compatible. So
okay. Well, older men be having babies too, child. But I see what you're saying. That's why you have a 35 to 55. Okay. Does the guy gotta be in South Florida?
no, I would prefer somewhere not cold, just in case you never know who you fall in love with. But I'm born and raised in Dade County. But I can't really do the cold weather, so it'll have to be somebody like super amazing for me to move to the coolers.
Okay, okay.
It still gotta be a fairy tale. Too old to grow up. It can't be practical. It gotta be some fairy tale. All right. It gotta be some kind of fairy tale. Bro, it never ceased to amaze me. All right. I've been on this planet 52 years, family. 52 years. And it never ceased to amaze me. They too old to grow up. They really are. She too old to grow up. This what it is. All right. She gotta live in this la la land. Or some man coming along and thinking she's something she not. Because that's the only way she gonna be able to run this nonsense on him. He gotta fall under this spell she thinks she got.
Nietzsche, when was your last relationship?
I wouldn't say it was a relationship. I was dating someone that ended maybe 3 weeks ago.
3 weeks. So you was in a relationship and ended 3 weeks ago?
Yeah, we were dating.
Did you want a relationship?
I want a relationship, but it wasn't gonna work with him. We decided to just be friends. So that was best.
Okay, so this is Nietzsche, South Florida, 41, Capricorn, no kids, social worker. She doesn't mind if you have kids. She doesn't want you to be plus size. You can't be in a cold area. I guess the last question for you, Nietzsche, is why would a guy be lucky? Oh, you gave me your age range. Age range is 35 to 55. Why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
Child, at this point in life, if I find someone where we like each other and we could be together and grow and, you know.
Look how she came off. Child, nothing. She don't got nothing. She never thought about that. She never thought about what she need to have. That's not something that she ever discussed with women. They only discuss what they want, what you need to have. You don't need to worry about what she need to have. You don't need to worry about nothing she got going on with her. All right, that's her mindset. She needs you to fall under the spell she thinks she got in order for her to be able to get this off on you. Ain't worked yet. She 42.
So I would say we are blessed to have each other because it is so hard. It is so hard dating. A lot of people crazy, liars. So I wouldn't really say somebody lucky to have me. I would say if I find my match, we are blessed to have each other.
You out here dating at 42 years old You're gonna hate men. You out here dating at 42 years old, plus size woman who thinks she need to be getting all of this stuff. This extraordinary man, 42 years old, but nothing at all except that because she was born. You're going to despise men. You're going to despise men because you ain't going to be coming up with none of this stuff. Just like you ain't been coming up with none of this stuff. You're going to be right where you at. Right where who you with right now.
You are blessed to have each other. Okay, when was your, I know you said you were dating, but when was your last actual relationship?
Oh, I'm divorced. So that would have been my last relationship,
Oh,
and
how
that
long was
was
you married for?
not that long. It was like 2 years.
Okay. And when did that end?
I want to say like maybe 2 or 3 years ago.
Family, I could have told you she not going to be married long. She impossible. You can see that. I don't know who decided to take that chance.
It's been a while.
2 or 3 years ago. All right, let's do it. So that you're done and over with that. Now you're ready for something real and substantial. Sneechy in South
She was spending a whole bunch of money on him.
Florida, 41, Capricorn, no kids, social worker, 35 to 55. All right, Nietzsche Boo, give them your Facebook page.
It's, what is my name? Nietzsche's Nietzsche.
I wouldn't recommend you go and deal with that, fellas. You know, but it's up to you. You know what I mean? You could take a crack at it, but I wouldn't recommend you believe in nothing like this. All right, you go believe in something like this, boy, you're gonna be miserable. Okay, everybody, and we back swinging with Still Swinging, and I'm your host, Thomas, and we moving it right along, family. Look, we got Kendra G up. All right, listen, nice young lady. You know I ain't seen much of this, maybe 15, 20 seconds of it. She on the same planet with us. She looking for herself a man. Let's see if we can help her out, fellas.
Hi.
Hey, how are you?
Good. What's your name?
My name is Tai Young.
Taia?
Tai.
Tai. Okay, where you calling us from?
I'm calling from Charlotte, North Carolina, the 704, baby.
That's right. You look so cute. Charlotte's in the building. So
Yes.
I want to make sure I say it right.
Tai, yeah.
Tai. How old are you, boo?
I am 32 years old.
32. Do you have any kids?
I do not have any children.
No kids. What do you do for a living?
I'm actually in the Army, and I just applied to PA school to be a physician associate for general surgery. So I just got accepted.
Congratulations. We love to see it.
Thank
Okay,
you.
how long you been in the Army for?
10 years. I just made major.
Wow. So are you re-enlisted?
So I'm on the officer side. So, you know, it's like I'll be a lieutenant colonel, then a full bird colonel, then hopefully a 1-star.
Oh, we like it. Okay. Tai, when's your birthday?
September 22nd, baby. Yes.
Your birthday,
the last
right?
day.
Huh?
Yes, it's the last day.
Tai is Charlotte, North Carolina. Where are you from initially?
I was born and raised here. I lived all over the world, obviously with the Army, but I wanted to come home. So this was my last assignment.
Okay, perfect. No kids. And it's a Virgo. What kind of man you looking for, girl?
Okay, so family, first assessment. Nice looking lady. Nice looking lady. You know what I mean? 32, no kids. She in North Carolina. Man, she had me going until she said she was in the Army, and she been in the Army. Nah, not for me, but I know I don't speak for all the brothers. She might be different. Let's see if she got some sense, fellas.
Somebody with money. My goodness. Straight up, like, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. You don't have to be rich, but you don't have to be wealthy. I got it. We can go. I can buy our tickets. Like, we're good. We can go. But I don't want to have to, like, grab snacks on the way anywhere. I don't want to do that. If I go to the movies, I want to buy the popcorn that's at the movie theater. I do not want to bring our own. I don't want to do that. So I want somebody that wants to go to the restaurant and we're not just getting appetizers. I want the entree. I want to try everything. not like $200 meals every day, but somebody that can keep up, that's not worried about, providing for 6 kids that I just, watched. So, yes.
Listen, Ty came right into it. He got some cash. What is his bank account looking like? Okay.
Yes.
I don't usually ask the money question, but we gonna spend time on the money question, Ty, because that's a big thing for you. So
Yes.
you say, so have you been dating men that financially just can't keep up with you?
Yes, so and not so much like keeping up, but they have other responsibilities. Like I can't help it. I'm 32. I don't have kids. I own my home, no car payment. If I want to go, I'm going. And so it's just like when people have other responsibilities, they can't go with you. Like they can't do what you do. And so it's disappointing. Like I want to be able to fly to Puerto Rico after Thanksgiving, or maybe hell before Thanksgiving, but tickets are more expensive now. We got to go later. No, I want to go then. Okay? That's when I want to go.
All right. So you say he doesn't have to be rich, but he do gotta have.
See, bro, that attitude, you feel me? That attitude. She think because she said that, that's gonna make some man go jump through some hoops so he can have her. He not, baby girl. I mean, you cute, but no, trust me, it ain't that. Trust me, you'll work if you could get reasonable. All right, now I understand why you 32 and you on the Kendra G show. And you're not a bad looking woman. You're a nice looking woman. You're a nice looking woman, but most men not gonna consider you hot. But you're a nice looking woman. But you on here talking like you smoking. That's not true. That's not what your life been, and that ain't what your life told you. And it ain't gonna change because you came to the Kendra G show.
Some money to move.
You get the kind of men you get. All right, they the kind of men you get. You don't get men that's rolling. You don't get men that's rolling, even though you think that's what you deserve. They not the kind of men who come and talk to you. All right, they not the kind of men who want to take you serious. The kind of men who want to take you serious, hardworking guys just trying to make it through life. And you need to think he need to be big and extravagant for you so he can have you. No, he gonna be who he is, and either you gonna accept it or you gonna be back on the Kendra G show.
Around the way you're saying.
Yes, just to move around. Like I like expensive luxury events.
But let me ask you this: what do you consider not rich though?
Like enough to where we can travel. Like you're not overwhelming in debt. Like you're not like, oh, I gotta pay my credit card this month, child support due. I always get that question. I always get that. Guys be like, well, I gotta move some money around. Where we move.
Understand this the reason. Ladies, traveling not important to us. You're not going to make that important to us because you need to keep doing this so you can put it on social media. Listen, you think it's some man, okay, we're going in debt so you can put pictures on social media and tell your homegirls you've been here? He can't brag about that because he know I ain't going to listen to that.
Moving it to where we're not getting any more.
So, Tai, so you want a guy to be able to move the way you want to move. So, I mean, a lot of factors do play into role too. Like if he has kids, he has to make a certain amount more because then he'll have child support. If he doesn't have kids, maybe he doesn't.
Listen, she ain't on the Kendra G show with it because men pay this shit some mind. All right, listen, she just practicing. All right, as I'm telling you. The same men gonna be in your inbox. Them dudes with their shirt off. They want to go on a trip and they know you will pay for it because he cute enough. All right, we know what you looking for. All right, you looking for that superstar to think something about you that's not true. All right, listen, you're a nice looking lady. You can get yourself something. All right, but this superstar, all-star, you want to come and think you just the ultimate? No, this man who having, listen, baby girl, you're going to be having problems with men as long as you expecting some man to meet this so he can get you.
Have to make as much. So, but I'm thinking at least The way you talking, because you want to get up, eat where you want to eat, go to Puerto Rico, things of that nature. At least 200K at the minimum.
At the minimum, but I mean.
So now, but let me say that the 200K guy, is not a millionaire, but he is considered a well-off man, a guy that makes 200K.
Yeah, and 120 is good because I can go too. So you don't have to pay all your money for me. That's not what I'm looking for. You don't have to pay. I can pay my way too, but I just don't want to skimp on the fun stuff. If I want to do the jet skis, I want to go, but I don't want to have to worry that you can't do it too. And that's what I've run into.
Listen, bro, she gonna want to pay for what she gonna want to pay for, which ain't gonna be much. You already know that. Why? She ain't gonna feel like she should have to do that if you around. All right, trust me. Listen, check this out right here. Listen, baby girl, if you think some man gonna come and try to be all of this so he can have you, it ain't gonna happen. It ain't happened in the last 32 years. It ain't gonna happen this year. All right, listen, it's not because these men never seen you before. They seen you before.
Every guy looks like they have money until it comes time to pay. Like, I'm sick of that.
So here's the question I have next. Do you also want to be the only girl?
Absolutely. I'm not competing. I'm not doing it. I've done that whole, okay, well, you know, I like to do my little thing on the side. I've done that like when I was younger with professional people. You can't compete with those bitches. You can't compete with them. They do route stuff. I can't do stuff like that. I can't do it.
So this is the reason why I ask these questions, right? So again, I'm just speaking off the experience and in the world I live in, right? So, you know, being in entertainment.
We can't get a grown up for nothing, can we, fellas?
For the last 20 years, literally all the men in my world are extremely wealthy, or they're pretty much well off. A consistent thing that I have learned and seen. Now I do have maybe 3 to 4 men who I feel like are with
fair use, family, fair use.
One woman. Yeah. Right? But the rest of these men who can do what you want them to do, they got some other girls. They don't really always just have that one girl. And I learned that in dating and just in my environment, that was the common denominator. Like, I didn't really have an appearance requirement. I didn't even really have a money requirement. I was just attracting men with money. And the one consistent.
That's the waste of your breath, because these men don't talk to her. And that's not going to stop because she came on the Kendra G show. See, she ain't come on the Kendra G show to talk to the kind of guys who she reasonably attract every day and be reasonable with them and present herself. She came on here to talk to that guy who don't talk to her. She came on here to present herself to that guy who don't talk to her. That guy who don't pay her no mind. Guess what's getting ready to happen, baby girl? You just missed your opportunity because he's gonna continue to pay you no mind. He know this is what you would like. This is what you all would like. You all would like to just go on a bunch of trips. All right, we get it. We get it. We said no. We said no. We said we ain't going on all these trips. Okay? You ain't getting all this shit. All right? And you can beat it if you don't like it. All right? It's going to be like it is, or you're going to be like you are.
The factor I kept running into is, oh, this Negro can't be with one person. So you have to be like, I always tell women, you have to be very direct, because guys, they'll play with you. If you're not a girlfriend too, you know, you're signing up, but you got to say, are you capable of having sex with me and only me? You know, you have to talk like that.
You hear this? You hear this nonsense, fellas? You hear this nonsense? They think some man should come and believe in this enough to be dedicated to this. Some man should come and dedicate himself to this. That's what they believe. He don't deserve shit. Nothing. This right here, whatever they feel like giving him, and he should still believe in it. She deserve a good man. Why? Because she said it. You get the hell out of here. You deserve exactly what you got.
So that's why I asked you, there are men that can do what you want them to do, but potentially they may not want to be in a committed relationship. Not saying all of them, right, but that might be, that's going to probably be your potential thing you have to waver. You got to ask yourself what's kind of most important, the loyalty or the money. You could now listen in a great world like the Sierra world, you can get both. You get the money and the fineness and all that. That's the Sierra prayer, child. It is possible. But I'm just gonna be honest with you. The lot of the guys the one you're naming has a lot of options, and he's gonna kind of weigh out those options unless he's truly ready.
I've done that. I've dated a doctor that did well for himself, and the girls always make it messy. And she confronted me, and I'm like, wow, he paid the rent last month. You can bring breakfast tomorrow. Like, do your thing. Like,
I wouldn't believe none of that. All right, I wouldn't believe none of that. All right, listen, this ain't a woman that get the kind of men that pay her rent. If she did, she wouldn't be on the Kendra G show. Them kind of women not on the Kendra G show. It's women like her. They can't get this and they think they supposed to be getting this too. All right, men don't pay her rent. All right, you hear what she talking about? She can't even get a dude to pay for the meal. All right, she capping.
it's not that big of a deal. Like, don't embarrass me.
Listen, no doctors pay her no mind. Listen, the dude worked in the hospital and wore some scrubs. All right, so she called him a doctor. You know how that go. She needed to brag to her homegirls when he came around in them scrubs and she told him he a doctor. You know, he looked close enough.
We're in public. Like, oh my God. So I've done that. And that's like when I was younger, but now I feel like somebody's always crazy. Somebody's always a weirdo when you do that. I might be cool as long as I'm taken care of, and then you get that one weirdo, you be like, why her? Why me? I don't know. I want the loyalty. You don't have to be wealthy, but give me some attention, care about me. Maybe you can post me on Instagram, because niggas don't be wanting to do that nowadays either.
Well, listen, you only want to be posted if that's your man.
Yeah.
So don't be. Let me tell you something. I don't post nothing. Next time I post somebody on Instagram, it's gonna be.
What can you do with this? You supposed to believe in this? She 32 years old. When she came on, bro, I had a lot of hope for her. All right, even though she said she was in the army, I had a lot of hope for her, bro, because I know why she joined the army. I know why she around all those men and she don't have no man. I already know.
If I decide to get married, when I get the wedding photos back from the photographer, don't worry too much about that. You want to be in a relationship, right? But but that could be tricky, because a guy could post you and still be out here.
I've seen. I did that. He's on the news.
Now let's talk to you more. Do you have any appearance requirement?
What I would say is, it's not about appearance for me. It's about how you carry yourself. I would say that you need to be just a little bit taller than 5'9".
Let me tell you why they talk like this. Because it's all about what he got going on. And they shouldn't be worried about what they got going on, only what he got going on. He might be doing this. He might be doing that. Meanwhile, look what she doing. Listen to her. Listen to her. She not serious about nothing. She a child and thinks her man should come and respect what she talking about. She ain't come on here to try to get a man. She came on here to stunt for women, which inevitably gonna make men not like her.
And that's because I'm 5'5", and I put on 4-inch heels. I don't want you to feel weird. I put my arm on your shoulder. That makes it awkward. And I'm in uniform too, so I wear my boots, and then it's extra weird because they're like, who's who? I don't want to do all that. I don't want to be the man in the relationship. I already got a uniform on in the army. Nah, I want to be the girl too.
Okay, so over 5'9". Anything else?
She ain't gonna have to worry about that, because not many men gonna see a relationship with her. It's definitely not the kind of men she looking for.
You know what? I do wear wigs, but being bald's not a problem for me, but I need you to be okay with it too. Because I'll have my lace fronts all day. So I'm fine with you being bald. but you can't wear a hat every day. You got to be happy and bald. You got to be full. And I like them bearded too. There's something about it because the Army doesn't allow it. So when I see it, I'm like, oh my God, drool.
Okay. Could he have children?
She need to run you. She need to tell you what to do and how to look and who to be. Listen, she dreaming. She dreaming. Keep dreaming.
Yes,
You're doing great. You're doing a great job of getting yourself this man. All right, this man who ain't paying you no damn mind.
can have children. I've dated dudes with 3, 4 kids. If they're younger, I feel like it's better for me. If they're like 5 or 6, that's cool. Older kids are hard to like get in, and I'm a whole lot of person. So if you have younger kids, that's fine with me. But don't let your hoes come for me. I don't want the baby mothers coming for me. I've done that. Like you taking her out on trips, we never did that. That's not my fault. Okay.
I need to know the problem with the common theme with women. What kind of problem y'all got with just being nice? You think that's nice? You think you presented yourself well here today? Young lady, I think you should really take a look at this and see the way you presented yourself. You should be ashamed of yourself. You think a man will want this? You think a man will be okay with a woman with a mindset like yours? You need to be retrained, baby girl, because you ain't come up here looking for a man. You absolutely did not. You came up here to stunt for women.
That's on you. You didn't make him get a passport. That was y'all, okay? We got a passport in my relationship. So, we're going, okay?
Okay. So this is Tai in Charlotte, North Carolina. She's a Virgo. She's no kids in the Army. Do you want kids?
I do. But if we get to a point where we see like that's not something that's feasible for us, and you have,
I'm starting to believe Kendra on some BS because she know this girl is dreaming and she egging her on with this stuff.
Kids, I'm happy to share yours, and I will treat them like my.
And you know how old Kendra is? Instead of guiding her, Kendra keep egging her on with this stuff, knowing she got about a snowball chance in hell with getting this.
We good. I'm going on.
She got a snowball chance in hell of this man she talking to paying her any mind.
All the parent-teacher conferences, all the practices, I'm going to be number 1 stepmom. I'm going to be there. But I do want kids, at least 2, if God willing. But if not, it's whatever. We can share.
Okay. Now, Tai, when was your last relationship?
Oh, gosh. My last real relationship was 2 years ago.
Okay. And why did that end?
So he stole money from a lot of companies that we worked with, and he's on the news. And we're hopefully go to litigation maybe next year.
He's on the news. Can we Google him?
Yes, actually, he was the owner of Eat Work Play Charlotte here in Charlotte. We did a really big event and he stole money, and it's all over the news still because a lot of our clients didn't get their money back. And so it's like $100,000 and
family, don't count out she might have been in on it. All right, and now she talking like this. All right, wouldn't be the first time I ever seen that.
I looked in the account to pay the rest of the finances and it wasn't there. So we're still trying to fight that battle. But I obviously didn't. I would never do something like that. So that's why we're not together. And that was.
Notice she said we're still trying to fight that battle. Yeah, she involved in it. She involved in it. Yeah, trust me.
It was pretty hard.
Oh,
and
wow.
he cheated. And I hope she's watching.
Okay, yeah, she remember he cheated. Now he in trouble. All right, she wasn't worrying about none of that when they was spending that people money.
I hope she's watching. Congratulations, girl. You got it. All you, girl.
Oh my goodness, Tai. Listen, you ain't holding nothing back tonight. So listen, this is the next question. You do not have to answer this question. When was the last time you was intimate with a guy?
Oh, okay. That was a couple months ago.
Okay.
Myself, because it's like the request thing never went down. So I'm hoping I don't look crazy.
You don't look crazy. You look beautiful. So I can't remember. Does the guy got to be in North Carolina?
No, he does not have to be in North Carolina.
Baby girl, you don't look crazy. You just sound crazy.
The school I was accepted into is in Puerto Rico. I got into the School of Medicine in Caguas. So let's you be where you ever at. I will find you. I will come to you. But I would hope that you would, fly me out to wherever you're at.
Okay.
You know?
And you mentioned earlier that you're willing to pay for stuff because you said you got it. So you're willing to pay for trips?
I'm willing to, like, if we're established.
Bro, she'll talk that. She ain't gonna pay for nothing. I promise you. All right? Listen, what she gonna wanna pay for, you ain't gonna count that. All right? Listen, the red flag's jumping. All right? She'll know for me. What you think, fellas? Listen, if she worth a try, go ahead. But I'm telling you, not in my opinion. Okay, everybody. We back swinging, we're still swinging, and I'm your host, Thomas. And as always, family, we got my girl, Kendra G up. And look, I ain't seen much of this, 15, 20 seconds. Look, we moving it right along, family. She on the same planet with us. She looking for herself a man. Let's see if we can help out.
Yes.
Oh, let me see this hair, girl.
Oh, can you hear me?
Oh, that's a wrap on your head.
That's a wrap.
Fair use, family. Fair use.
You okay?
She said, "You okay?" Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay. Yes.
What's the name? Am I saying your name right, honey?
No, it's Lathea, but you could call me LA. That makes it nice and easy.
Okay, I call you LA. All right. Well, thank you for the nickname, Grace. I'm terrible with names. LA, where you calling me from, Mama?
Staten Island, New York.
Okay. How old are you?
I just turned 48 on Friday.
Okay, 48 on Friday.
Yeah.
That's a Virgo.
A Virgo. You've
What
had
you
a
do
few
for-
Virgos tonight. Tonight is Virgo.
I did. It is. You're right. I am getting a lot of Virgos. Maybe I get birthday people a lot. What do you do for a living, honey?
I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a notary. I do other things, contract work.
Entrepreneur. You have any children?
One,
How old is your
22-year-old son.
How old?
22.
22. Have you ever been married?
No.
No. Okay. So, well, how do you pronounce your name? One more time.
Lathea.
Lathea. Lathea from Staten Island, New York, 48 Virgo, entrepreneur, mom to a 22-year-old son, never married. What kind of man you looking for?
First thoughts, family. Not a bad looking woman. Stop, fellas. Not a bad looking woman. All right. 48, 22-year-old son. Living in Staten. She weird, ain't she? She weird. She'll know for me, but I know I don't speak for all the brothers. So let's just keep listening.
Looking for, mama?
An honest man. A man who doesn't have a problem, or a man who knows that he's the provider in the relationship. And when I say provider, I mean everything. I mean, financially, he's also the provider of, my security, meaning I should feel secure within the relationship. He should be all about me. I said honest. What else? I'm drawing a blank. I'm super nervous, just to let you know.
Okay. So provider, you mean like pay all the bills?
I think that's what men should do.
Well, there's men that do that.
Yes, I know there are.
Okay. So she wants a provider. So if a man came to you and said he wants to do 50-50, you wouldn't do that.
I frown on the 50-50 thing only because, like I said, I feel like men should be a provider. The men that have been like my.
She sound crazy. She sound ridiculous. She 48 years old. She too old to grow up. Her life told her she don't get these men. Her life told her these kind of men don't come and take her serious. She 48, about to be 50. She single. She alone. She got an opportunity to appeal to the men that she get in a broader market because they might be watching. No, they're gonna be watching. Who will find her attractive and shoot a shot. Then she start talking like this. She come on here talking to a group of men that she know don't pay her no mind. She know the kind of men who do this for women don't talk to her. But she still came here to talk to them and tell them what she want. They don't care. You just missed the golden opportunity to find yourself somebody. You came on here thinking you get ready to stunt for women and let these men know what you want. We don't care. We don't care what you want.
Examples in life where I was growing up, they took care of everything.
Have you ever had a provider?
Have I ever had a provider? I absolutely have.
Okay. So, okay. So
she telling a damn lie. She telling a damn lie. She seen this show enough to know she better not say no. All right, she ain't never had a provider. All right, listen. And if she did, she thought she was too good for him.
And that just ended that relationship.
Yeah, he was crazy in other ways, but yes, he provided.
What ways was he crazy in?
We'll be here all night, boo.
Okay, okay.
Conversation, Kendra.
Okay, okay. She wants a provider. We'll get to the money question later. What are your deal breakers?
It's a different conversation because it's a lie.
A dishonest man, a man who is not disciplined, who can't keep his thing in his pants, a man who doesn't know how to stand up for his woman. So yeah, I think that's good, to start out with.
Okay. Should he look a certain way?
She needs you to stand up to people because she gonna go running her mouth to people, and you need to be able to stand up for her mouth. Yeah, that's what she means.
I mean, I prefer dark-skinned men. I prefer taller men, but though that's my preference, what's more important is how he treats me.
Okay. What about money? Should he make a certain amount of money?
Well, I think he should make a certain amount of money. I live in New York, and so it's pretty expensive to live in New York. I mean, I know you give people a hard time for the
Pause.
6 figures.
I want to correct this right here. I don't give y'all shit, okay?
Yes,
I'm not a man. Let's start there. I am not a man. Y'all do not want me. I do not own a penis. So it does not matter.
And it don't matter how many women don't give you a hard time about it. Women can't give you this. You notice women cheer you on and you still don't have this. Too old to grow up, gotta live in this fantasy land. Women cheer you on to the death, but you still don't get it. Women can't give you this.
Matter what I say. So don't put this on me, okay? What I repeat is what men say, and men usually are here saying it in the comments too. But this is not about Kendra, so don't come and be giving me the energy child.
Well, I think 6 figures is like the minimum, to be honest with you. And I know you oftentimes ask the question, like, I haven't made 6 figures last year, but I've made 6 figures, right? And
so you don't make 6 figures yourself, but you want him to make
in this moment, no, I don't. But when I was in corporate America doing my,
why would that matter if she ever did? That ain't gonna matter to a man. Y'all keep saying this like this should matter to a man. You think he gonna go try to get more money so he can get her? You dreaming. You dreaming. They too old to grow up. Her life ain't told her this man come and take her serious. That's not what her life told her. Her life told her just the opposite. But let me tell you the problem. She thinks she gotta like it in order for it to be true. And that because she don't like that, that can't be true.
Thing, yes, I was.
Okay. So, but would you date a man that didn't make six figures?
I mean, not really.
Okay. So
Not here.
Okay. So
Because
let me
even
ask
with
you
that
this.
amount of money, it's kind of like
Okay.
it's hard to make things happen here in New York.
Okay. Now it doesn't seem. I know these are things that a lot of women want, and I understand.
What should obviously mean you ain't even making six figures. Which obviously means you having a hard time for real. So you rather for somebody to come and take half of the hard time off than none of the hard time off because you're too silly to recognize that's better than nothing. You came here to demand what women think you should demand, something you ain't never got. You think you're going to come here and talk to the men who've been ignoring you your whole life? They're going to keep ignoring you. Yeah, even on the Kendra G show, they still going to ignore you. They not going to listen to none of this from you. Trust me.
Understand the desire of it, but you did describe a small percentage of men to a certain degree,
And
as in the amount of money that he wants to make, and then also the characteristic of, you want a provider, you want him to pay for everything. Not saying that this would happen. I'm just asking for clarity. So if you don't meet a man that wants to, do all those things, has the income, also believes how you believe as in being the provider, are you okay with not having no man?
I mean, I'm okay with, to a certain extent, yes.
Hell no, she not okay with having no man. She thinks some man just need to come and do this. Because that's what she want. No, she ain't okay with having no man. Hell no. The problem is that's what she gonna have. That's what she gonna have because she 48. She about to be a half a hundred. It ain't even many men in the market for her. I don't know no men looking for no 50-year-old women. I promise you I don't. And on top of that, she got all of these barriers on any man who would be. She ain't come here and talk to the men she could get. She came here to talk to the men she never get. The men who ain't gonna pay this no mind.
Right? Because I don't want to settle. And if I settle, then I'm not going to be totally happy.
What's
right?
your definition of settle?
Not those things that I've already said that I want.
Okay.
Not getting the things that I say that I want.
Let me tell you what settling is, baby girl, in case you don't know. Settling is what you got now. That's what settling is. Settling is what you got right now, in case you don't know. Let me welcome you to settling. You settled for you.
Okay. I'm assuming you know these men that fit all your characteristics.
I mean, I know men who make six figures. I mean, like I said, I was in a position just some time ago where I was doing that on a regular basis.
Right.
And because I switched over to the entrepreneurial lane, I'm not there just yet, but I'll be there again.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm not talking about that. I guess right now the reason I asked if you know these men, what's wrong with the men that you know?
Because I'm very picky, and I'll say.
She think if she say that she makes six figures, that'll be the reason she gonna get it. All these women come on here and say they make six figures. None of them getting it. Why? Because men don't care. Men don't need that from you. That's something you need. Men not hypergamous. All right, so that he ain't never gonna care. See, you need to understand something. A man can never believe the relationship is about money. The minute he believed the relationship is about money, he got to look at that relationship differently. He can't believe in it. You coming on here at 50 years old and don't know, you can't tell the man the relationship is about money. If you say it's about money, he ain't gonna believe in it. He can't believe in this shit.
Say that. I'm very, very picky. So I'm not saying there's anything wrong with those men. I just left a relationship with a guy made 6 figures. Okay. But again,
Why'd you leave the relationship?
because that relationship was over 6 months into it. We waited. We held on for another 2 years, 2.5.
Why was it over 6 months in?
Because I found out that he was married on paper, married for.
Bro, I know that's my job, but this chick is hella boring. She boring.
Papers. When I asked,
married for, wait, I'm confused. Married on paper?
Married to someone else, but he said that he did it for papers, for their papers.
Okay.
For them to get papers for a green card.
Okay.
But we had the discussion before we got together. He totally lied about it. And I tried to come back from that, but it was really hard for me to do that. And then,
baby girl, they the kind of men you get. Men like that. The fact that you would be talking to that man, let me know these men you think you on here talking to don't talk to you. The fact that you would have even been dealing with him let you know your situation, but you just won't pay it no mind. You still think you can come up here making demands of men who ain't gonna pay you no mind. None of them. None of them gonna pay this no mind. The men you talking to ain't gonna pay this no mind, and the men who would have listened to what you gotta say ain't paying you no mind no more. You talked yourself out of the men you could have got.
Was he pursuing a divorce or he was staying married?
Well, he was staying married at the time. He promised me that he would get a divorce, but for the majority of that relationship, he didn't. Now, when we were ending the relationship, he said that he did finally get the divorce, but I don't,
She is boring. All right, girl, ain't no man worried about no damn promise he made to you. You lost your mind. You think he would believe in this? You think it's a man that should come along and believe in you? I wouldn't recommend it. Okay, everybody, and y'all back swinging with Still Swinging. And I'm your host, Thomas. And up again, we got my girl, Kendra G. All right, we moving it right along, family. As always, I ain't see much of this, maybe 15, 20 seconds of it. Nice looking young lady. She on the same planet with us, and she looking for herself a man. Let's see if we can help out, gentlemen.
I am.
Sit down, boo.
Okay, hold on.
You gotta get it, girl.
Oh, I'm nervous.
Don't be nervous. Okay, Lala, where you calling us from?
I'm calling from Atlanta.
Atlanta's in the building. How old are you?
I'm 34.
Atlanta's in the building. Lala, sit your ass down. Remember your mama said that to you when you was little? Sit your ass down.
Okay, let me get into the light a little bit.
Gracious. I'll be patient. I was patient with the guy that just called us from the ER.
Yes.
All right, there you go. All right, you ready, Lala?
Yes, I am.
Okay, Lala, you gotta stop moving now. Here we go. 32, Atlanta. What do you do for a living?
I work for Amazon as a training ambassador. I'm so nervous.
Stop it, Lala. You gotta stop moving. You're fine, okay? Okay, this is Lala, 32, Atlanta. Works for Amazon. Do you have any kids?
Yes, I have 3.
You have 3 kids. How old are your kids?
My boys are 14 and 16, and my daughter, she's 5.
Okay, same dad?
No, 2.
2. Why you not with the 5-year-old dad?
We was together for 11 years. So when I met him, my boys were babies, but it's just the cheating, the lies, and sex tapes and all that. So I just decided, you know what, I'm done. I'm just gonna do it all by myself.
Okay, what island are you from?
I'm from Jamaica.
Are you from Jamaica? We can hear your accent the more you talk. Okay. So this is Lala, 32, in Atlanta, works for Amazon, 3 kids. When's your birthday?
May
May what?
28.
So you're a Gemini. I won't be hard on you.
Yes, okay.
That's like, look, I'm sorry, Geminis. I'm gonna stop giving Geminis a hard time because she didn't even want to tell me she was a Gemini. I'm sorry.
I don't know, like guys sometimes they be like, oh, Gemini, two-faced, or you know, one day you're nice, one day you're not. But really, that's just not me.
Okay, that's not her. All right, so let's do it. This is Lala, 32, in Atlanta, works for Amazon, 3 kids, is a Gemini, and from Jamaica. What kind of man you looking for?
First thoughts, family, nice looking lady, real nice looking lady. 30, was she 32? 3 kids, living in Atlanta. It's gonna be hard for her. That's too many kids. You know what I'm saying? But trust me, you know what I mean? I'll definitely be a friend if she got some sense. Now I'm out on it as for anything else, but I know I don't speak for all the brothers, so let's just listen.
I'm just looking for somebody that is loyal. The traditional man. I have my reasons. I'm independent. I have my own job. Just started my business. However, I just think that a traditional man, he will love you regardless. Like the man that does 50-50, he can leave you when you're on your face, when you're down on your face, and I don't want that.
So you want a guy that doesn't do 50-50?
Baby girl, that's vice versa. You can leave him when he down on his face. I mean, come on, baby girl, you gotta get reasonable. You gotta get practical. You got 3 kids with you from 2 different men. You gotta get honest about why men find it hard to get in a relationship with a pretty girl like yourself. You made this situation difficult for a man to accept, and then you still think you could get on here making demands.
Preferably not.
So you want to do more or less?
Could you repeat that?
So you said you don't want a guy that does 50-50. So do you want a guy that makes less money than you or makes more money than you?
It doesn't matter, to be honest, but I mean, preferably more.
Okay.
But I'm the type that it doesn't matter. I'll just do for you, you do for me, but I don't need a guy that's just gonna watch everything they're gonna do for you.
Oh, you don't want a guy that's gonna count everything that he does for you?
Yes, because I've been there before and I don't want to repeat it again.
Okay. What's some other deal breakers for you?
A guy that smokes, because it just reminded me, because I was married.
Listen, this gonna be a common trait you're gonna find with them, fellas. They want you to forget about everything you did for them and don't remind them of it because they can't wait to act like they forgot about it, and they don't want you to remind them of it. She just don't want you to forget nothing she done for you ever. Don't even act like you forgot nothing she done for you. All right, but she wants you to hurry up and forget anything you done for her because she gonna hurry up and forget about it. No. You make sure you remind her whenever she act like she forgot.
Before, my husband, he used to smoke a lot, and I think that's just one of the reasons he passed away. So like whenever I meet a guy that smokes, it makes me think about my husband, and I don't want that anymore.
So you were married?
Yes.
So your 2 boys, your 14 and 15-year-old?
No. My husband died in 2011. So my boys were already big. I had my boys when I was very young, like 18.
So your husband that passed away, you don't have any kids by?
No.
Okay, so that's a different guy.
Yes.
How long were you married for?
A little over a year.
So he married you, so was he like the father figure for your boys?
Yes.
Okay. And then he died after a year of you guys being married?
Yes, he used to drink a lot, smoke a lot.
Was he older?
Yes, he was. He
How
was
much? He was what?
45.
He was 45. How old were you at the time?
I'd say I was about 22, 23.
I was 23.
So you were half his age.
Yes.
And he
But
was from Japan.
I mean, regardless, he was a good man, you know.
So did you meet him in Jamaica or you met him in the States?
I met him in Jamaica.
So we're being really nosy, and you could, and at any given moment, if you don't want to answer some questions, I will respect that. Now, I don't know. You tell me. Did you marry him in order for you to come to America?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you were already able to come to America before you married him?
No, I did not. He came to Jamaica to see me and my family, my mom, my kids, my cousins, everybody.
He was from the States.
Yeah, he was from here because we was living in Connecticut. So when he passed away, I moved and came to Atlanta.
So my question is, without
I don't know how much of that story I believe, fellas.
marrying him, were you able to come to America?
No, actually, I wasn't even thinking about coming here, to be honest. It just happened that we met and he was a great guy, you know, so stuff happens.
Okay. And then he passed away after a year.
Yes.
Whew. That's a lot. I'm getting a lot.
Listen, check this out. I don't believe much of that.
A lot of heavy stories tonight. I'm getting a lot of heavy stories tonight. Okay. So now you're here. You're not gonna go back to Jamaica?
I have many times, but I haven't since 2014.
Okay. So so after him,
not lying. I'm seeing the comments. I'm not lying. I'm telling the truth.
So after that, you met somebody
Listen, I don't know what you're telling, but it ain't the truth.
else, and you had a 5-year-old.
Well, we knew each other. We were on and off. So it's not like he was new or anything, you know, but we were on and off.
Did you meet him before you got married or after your husband passed?
Before, in Jamaica.
Oh, so the 5-year-old's father's in Jamaica?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, so he's not here.
No.
Gotcha. Okay. So are they helping you out, your children's fathers?
Yes, they are.
Okay. All right. Okay. So we were talking about deal breakers, and this is how, because we talked about cigarettes, and then it opened up all the other questions. So what are some other deal breakers for you?
Okay. I don't have a lot, but I just like a guy that's truthful and loyal, somebody that I can trust. And I would say like a guy that is too muscular, I don't like. Like if you're like 300 pounds of muscle, it's not gonna work.
Okay, so you want my ass big?
No.
Okay.
And you can't be short because I'm 5'2".
And he can't be, what else?
He can't be short because I'm 5'2". I need somebody that's taller.
How much taller? Do you have a
like 5'9" and up.
5'9" and up. Does he have to be in Atlanta?
No.
Okay. Do you want more?
He's willing to compromise.
Okay, so you're able to relocate and move it if you needed to?
Yes.
Okay. Could he have children already?
Pardon?
Could he have children?
She ain't just out of control with it though, I don't think, fellas. She got 3 kids, so you know, listen, she gonna just be in the friend zone with if he got a mindset like mine. You know what I mean? But you know what I'm saying? She ain't outrageous. We seen some of them on here that's just you know, the older they get, the more outrageous she gonna get. That's what I'm noticing. You see, right now, she still got some hope. But the older they get, the more hopeless they get, the more it come out, their desperation, and they don't know how to act. They gotta keep mad shit. They don't know it's time to hit the brakes.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want more kids?
I'm indecisive about that, to be honest.
Okay. So you're 32, so that means you have to meet a guy that either already has kids or doesn't want.
It can't be more than what I have, though, because I have 3, so it can't be more than 3.
Okay, so he can have 3 kids.
Yes.
Okay. All right. What's the age range you want to date?
I would say from 29 to like 50.
29 to 50.
Yes.
All right. You would go to 50?
Yes.
So you like
As
dating
long as he
older
looks
men?
good for his age.
If he looks good for his age. Okay. All right. So
Notice, Kendra, stop at that when most of the pretty girls say that. All right, she don't really like that. She don't really like that because Kendra competing for those men, and she don't want to have to compete with her for those men. She know the outcome of that already.
this is Lala. If you're just tuning in, she's 32
Even though Kendra don't have no kids.
in Atlanta, works for Amazon, 3 kids, is a Gemini, from Jamaica. She'll date between 29 and 50. You can have kids. 3 kids is the max as a guy. You don't have to be in Atlanta. I have 45. Oh, your husband that passed away was 45.
Yes.
Yeah, I have.
See, because this the thing right here, right? It's some men that'll take this. Trust me, it's some men that'll take this. She ain't unreasonable. She not, bro. And if she could get a little more practical, which listen, if a dude come and just present it to her, she gonna rock with it. All right, look, I'm telling you, it's a dude that'll take this all day. And guess what? He can still get something out of it. He can't get nothing out of Kendra. All right, he can still get his kids out of this. All right, some man who don't have none. And the only way he gonna get some is if this pretty girl right here give them to him. He gonna take this. He'll take them 3 kids and take care of them. She just gotta know the guy to aim it at. This superstar, I don't see her asking for it. I think if the dude bought it, he could get her. All right, she ain't unreasonable, bro. I don't think she reckless yet. But the older she get, you know, the more hopeless she gonna get.
That down. Okay, so
The thing is, like, I meet a lot of guys and stuff, but I don't know, there's always something that I just don't want to deal with. You know, I just want to meet somebody that I connect with.
Okay, you meet somebody that you can connect with.
Yeah, that's consistent. Not wait to text me like 10 hours later.
Well, girl, that's the way of the men these days. Huh?
No, that's bull crap. You can get somebody that won't do that. All right, if you listen to Kendra, they don't exist because she chased the players. The guys that can have any woman he want, and she clearly see they don't want her. She too old. And that's what's going to happen to you if you listen to her. Young lady, you can get yourself something, and you can get yourself something you can live with, you can really work with. All right, I'm telling you, you got what it takes to get that done. All you gotta do is stay reasonable. She seems soft, fellas, and look, I'm telling you, I think a man could work with her. All right, not me. She got too many kids.
Honey, I mean, there's men out there that don't do that, but then you gotta start attracting that type of guy. There's definitely men that call and pick up the phone and set dates. So I always say this: those men do exist. You got to ask yourself, am I attracting that guy that does that? But a lot of men do just want to text for a while. I get you, girl. I get you. I have a question to you.
Okay.
So, have you ever talked to
She got that smile.
anybody after your husband died?
She got that smile.
I'm sorry, can you repeat?
Have you ever went to counseling after your husband died?
Not officially, but I've talked to counselors. I had a counselor friend and I talked to her.
I'm telling you, bro, you go around her, she gonna start with that smile when you gonna want to see her do it all the time.
Okay.
Because it's really hard. Even now it's hard sometimes, like when I hear his favorite music or, stuff like that.
Was he sick when you met him?
No, he just he drank a lot, so that was his weakness. Mom? Yes, baby.
Okay.
His weakness.
Baby girl, he was only 45 years old. He wasn't drinking that much at 45. All right, smoking that much. All right. I mean, I think you believe this something that you could just tell us.
It was just drinking, even when he came to Jamaica, because I've never seen a person drunk in real life. So when he came with his son, and I was like, "What's wrong? Are you tired?" And his son was like, "Yeah." But I just looked past it, and when I came here, I saw how bad it was.
Right. Okay. Well, listen, that's definitely a tragedy. I definitely think you probably do. You have a couple things. You got a couple things happening. And I think you have the kind of guy you want to attract. He can't exist, but you got to just make sure that, I don't know, it's a lot going on.
I mean, I don't ask for much, to be honest.
Well, it's not about asking for a lot, but I think when I'm thinking of the kind of guy that I think you desire, he has to be okay with raising 3 kids, and then you said that you might not want more kids. So I think that a lot of times men want to settle down, they want to have families. So then he has to consider that. Do I?
Oh yeah, and that guy you get, baby girl, he gonna definitely want a kid, cause he more than likely not gonna have none.
I be okay with never potentially having, children, or unless, like you, he already has kids and he's willing to settle down too.
Okay.
Girl, when he already got kids, he ain't paying for 3 more. I'm gonna tell you that right now. All right, especially when you a man and you know what go into a kid, you ain't making no commitment like that for 3 more people. No, under no circumstances.
And that guy could exist. Let's see if he's watching right now. Actually, give him your Instagram name.
Lala, LALA _ Jadore, JADORE.
Okay, this is Lala _ Jadore, Lala _ JADORE. She's in Atlanta from Jamaica, 32, works for Amazon, 3 kids, is a Gemini, and she's ready to date between 29 and 50. You can have kids. She does not. Only 3 kids at the max. You don't have to be in Atlanta. You can't be 300 pounds, you said, right?
No, not too much muscles. I don't want a guy that looks like a bodybuilder.
Okay. Wait, someone said I definitely want to get to know.
I don't think she unreasonable, fellas. I really don't. And I know it's a guy out there that'll take that. She came out here and was smart. She aimed that at the kind of men she knows she could get. Y'all should listen to it. Y'all ladies should listen to this. All right? She was nice.
Men sometimes don't want a woman with kids because they feel like they have to also take care of that child. So at the end of the day, if you are a package deal, so if a guy dates you, you do come with 3 children. So that guy has to be okay with, being in your life, because I'm assuming you don't want no guy in your life that would not love your kids, right? Right. So this guy has to be okay with loving 3 different kids that are not his. And if he's a guy that wants marriage, then that means these kids have to move in with you. So what I've been told, because I've been trying to figure out this conversation of why men that have children per se, I get men that don't have any kids, why they say they don't want it, because they don't have any kids. So it's like, I don't have any kids, I don't want to accept that. But then some men don't care. But
listen, most men that don't have kids don't want yours. Listen, I know plenty of men with kids, and they all feel the same way. Tommy, I could have had my own kids. If I ain't had my own, I damn sure don't want hers.
Particular, the guys that have kids and then say they don't want them with kids, which I don't agree with. That's what I've been told, is that they have to take care financially your children.
I mean, the way I look at it, I just think women are more lenient when it comes to guys with kids than guys.
Yeah, you know why? Because the kids don't live with the guy. Hold on, real quick.
No, it's because the burden is different, baby girl. The burden is different. If you come and be a stepmom to my kid, you're going to get something out of it. All right? You're going to get to live here for free. All right? You're going to get your kids taken care of out of it. All kind of stuff in it for you. If I come and take care of your kids, I'm just taking care of your kids and I ain't getting nothing out of it. And I gotta do this for 3 kids. I ain't gonna never get nothing. I ain't gonna never be there for them. Never. All right? It's always gonna be limitations to what I can do, but it ain't gonna never be limitations to my expectations to provide and be there for them. No.
Wait,
Kids
Lala,
and have our own.
Lala, can you hear me?
Yes.
You know why? You said women are more lenient with guys with kids, and the reason is because 9 times out of 10, the kid doesn't live with the guy.
You're right. You're right.
That's the difference. So again, I'm not saying it's right or wrong.
Listen, it's a difference why men don't volunteer to do that. And women always volunteering to do this. All the time. All right? They know what they gonna gain. Men know what he gonna lose.
This is just what I have been explained to by men, and that is the reason. And then these men, you judge them or not, but they have kids and their kids don't live with them. So it's like, my own kids don't live with me. Why am I gonna let somebody else's kids live with me?
That's right. But I have another point to say though. God.
Listen, this is a touchy situation for them. Okay? Because for the most part, fellas, you're not going to convince them that their kids is a problem. All right? You're not. You're either going to accept this or you're not. All right? Simple as that. I'm telling you, I can't accept this. All right? Because I know what kind of father I am, and there's no way I'm going to make a commitment like that to 3 people. Ain't no way I can do it. It's not rooted in maliciousness. I'm telling you right now, as a man, it don't make sense. It just don't make no kind of sense. I wouldn't do that. And you would never think you should do nothing like that. I would never think you should do